Domestic violence isn't just about physical abuse. I mean, there's control, there's power, there's manipulation within a close relationship, whether that's between partners, family members, or people living together. At its core, it's when one person uses fear, intimidation, or force to dominate another, making the victim feel trapped emotionally, mentally, financially, and physically. It's not always obvious. However, domestic violence can show up in different ways. It could be emotional abuse, like constant insults, manipulation that chips away at somebody's self-esteem. It could be financial control, where a partner limits access to money or resources, making it hard for the other person to leave. It could also be social isolation, like keeping someone away from friends and family to control their interactions. And yes, it can be physical violence. But even then, the bruises aren't always just on the skin. Psychological scars run deep. Ultimately, domestic violence is about one person trying to hold all power in a relationship, breaking the other down so they feel like they can't live without them or can't escape, even if they want to. It's not love, it's control disguised as love. I feel like I kind of read that wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
where's the comma supposed to be at?
What role does culture and upbringing play in normalizing or enabling toxic relationships?
Ooh, honey, toxic relationships, the enablement. So culture-wise, upbringing-wise, it all starts at the root. Everyone knows we were born here by ourselves, but our environment, our parents, or the lack thereof, and so forth, contribute to who we are as a person. So as we grow up and we're seeing certain things and they're being normalized, when it comes to going out into the real world and we're outside of the environment we were brought up in, you kind of have to see what really was, okay, this is good for the soul, sure. And other things that you really have to discount, like, okay, wait, maybe that wasn't normal, maybe that wasn't good, but it's something you have to really decipher for yourself. And it takes a lot of discernment, and a lot of people overlook that. So I'm known for preaching a lot about authenticity and transparency, and a lot of people know me for long live the wild ones, but I just truly believe that when you show up as your truest self and your highest self, you get the results and you get the experiences that kind of shape and form you into the path you're going. So when it comes to being, I can say just showing up transparently and authentically, work with me guys, but it raises awareness, and raising awareness raises mindfulness, and that's pretty much how this goes in increasing the health, public health, but holistic health of everyone in the community. So going back to, give me the question again, my love.
What does, what role does culture and upbringing play in normalizing or enabling toxic relationships?
So it normalizes it when you don't have the awareness, you don't have the mindfulness, and excuse me guys, that point in itself is what normalizes the toxic behavior.
Everybody cheers. Good. Yeah. Record.
What's up, Dante?
No, hungry.
Hello, darkness. Walk in.
Somebody get him.
All right, come on.
I'm gonna call the cops.
How do you think social media influences how we view and respond to domestic violence situations? Are we more reactive or dismissive today?
We talking about social media, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm not gonna lie, bro. Social media is like, it's like when you a kid, you smoking weed, and you see some kids smoking weed, and they ask you to come smoke, and you just do it off peer pressure. And when I say that, it's just like motherfuckers they only go with the trend. So if it sounds good, or motherfuckers is sitting here laughing at certain shit, they gonna take it for what that is, and they gonna go along with that train. And what I mean when I say that is, we talking about domestic violence, bro. It's a fucked up world, bro, and I feel like that we're not gonna take that shit as serious as we should. Not on social media, at least.
I feel like in general, social media normalizes so many things that are just not to be normalized, like whether it be domestic violence or just like whatever. I just feel like social media just literally takes things and it just makes it so people are numb to it. So as a result, people aren't taking things as seriously. Like there's men out there that are getting beat on, and it's like people are like, aha, well, you a man, get over it, or like even vice versa. So yeah, I just feel like social media just desensitizes everybody to very serious topics, and as a result, people just don't take them serious.
It doesn't just happen on social media, it happens everywhere, but like when we talk about social media, I see comments every single time, oh, I would have did this, I would have did that. Motherfucker, that's you. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't them. So you gotta be a little bit understanding about their situation, you know what I mean? Like, and when it comes to domestic violence, it ain't shit funny about that shit. You know what I mean? So I be feeling like social media just be capped about everything, really. You can't really go off what social media individuals, at least on there, saying about this or not of this. You know what I'm saying? How we treat it and how they treat it, they're gonna take it as a joke. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, it's gonna be some that doesn't take it as a joke, and but we make light out of situations. I would say it's not wrong to make light out of certain situations, but in this case, yeah, it's fucking wrong. Take it for what it is, you know what I'm saying? Apply the seriousness that it deserves. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Hello.
how are y'all?
Doing good. Hey, can you do me a favor? You seen the theme song right quick?
Oh, I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. I do.
The question is, do you think reality shows or popular culture glamorize toxic relationships? If so, what impact does that have on viewers?
Well, it does, because they need to be compensated, or, the more views they have, the more money they make. And a lot of people revolve their lifestyle around drama. So they do glamorize it. However, it also is the viewer's responsibility to take what they can from that. Even they want to be informed on what not to do, or they might be influenced. So yeah, it does glamorize it. And it's unfortunate, because a lot of the young kids, our eyes are glued to the TV. Like, for example, Baddies. It may not display relationships, but Love and Hip Hop, or Love Island, stuff like that. Those type of shows that pretty much put out there and display what relationships they actually think they are, but they're not really like that for real in real life. So yeah, I think they glamorize it. It's very unfortunate. I really hate that for us, especially in our community as Blacks. So one day it'll stop. I hope. I pray.
Go ahead.
Come back in 2 seconds.
Everybody chill.
All right, so
It's my time to shine.
All right, Roy. How does economic dependence trap people in abusive relationships, especially in communities of color? What are ways to empower them financially to lead?
Oh, that's a tough topic right there. Let's see. Financial dependency and abusive relationships. I guess it depends on how you were raised. Because a lot of people, when they're raised, they're always, it depends on women or men. Some women are taught based off like their elders, the man's a provider, you find you a good man, you stick beside him no matter what, because he's going to be the one to get you. And then once you get to that point in your life and you've been dependent on that person for so long, you don't know what to do outside of them. So it's hard for you to leave that person no matter what's going on, because your whole life depends on them. Whether you're like, when you're a stay-at-home mom, you might not have any hobbies, you might not have any more inspirations that you had before you became a mother or a wife. So you're like, okay, well, at least he's paying my bills, I don't have to worry about this, worry about that. So you feel like the least I can do is take the verbal abuse, or take the whatever you have to take in order for you to make sure your life still has like an effect, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but I guess it just, to me, I feel like it might just be, I don't know, based off, like I said, the way you're raised, or based off your mindset, in a sense. I guess just because if you're a little bit more independent in your mind, or you're a little more independent, you will feel more free, or more, or you feel better to get out of what's going on and adventure yourself out instead of being scared to get out and try new things because you've been in something so long.
All right, so if you are experiencing domestic violence in any form, we urge you to tell somebody. Please speak up and call the domestic violence hotline at 1-800-799-7233. Again, that number is 1-800-799-7233 when needed. Stay strong, you are not alone, and never will you be.